What you mean you don't know Panna? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dopeaxxpana, and today in this video I'm doing a beautiful transformation on my client. We are going to be transforming her hair into these beautiful body wave boho braids, and I'm so excited for you guys to see this transformation. Jumping right into the video, it is sponsored by Ywigs, and I absolutely love working with this company, guys, because they have some of the best boho hair on the market. If you have not tried it, guys, this is your sign to try it. So for a quick unbagging, they did give me an alligator clip. These are my favorite clips to use. Wish they would have threw a couple more in there. And they actually sent me 3 packs of their Burmese hair in body wave. This is 20 inches in a natural color, and it is double drawn, which means that it is full from the root to the tip, and it lasts super long. So today for this video, I'm going to be using a pack and a half of this hair. I'm just showing you guys how thick it comes. This hair was definitely given body wave bundles, guys. Super shiny, super silky, super easy for me to run my fingers through, and it is 100% human hair. So if you guys are doing boho braids, by now, this is my 20th video telling you guys to invest in human hair for your clients because it's just a bomb look. And I was super excited to try body wave because I've never done that look. I usually do deep wave through them. So I was excited for this transformation. So starting off, I'm always going to part off ear to ear, parting off that nape of the neck section. And because these are going to be small braids, I'm going to be parting this bottom section into 3 different rows. So I did want to show you guys how I did my parting for this sizing. My client actually has a small nape neck area, so this area was challenging, but you want to make this first couple rows of braids as small as possible because it's definitely going to be determining your grid for the top of your style. So initially the company sent me an inspo pic and they wanted me to recreate these braids that were like micro knotless braids, and I did try my best to duplicate the style, guys, but I really have a challenging time braiding really small. It's not about the time that it takes, it's not about like it just being tedious. It's just the fact that like I don't do small braids often, and so I noticed that as I'm parting and going to the top, something about my parting like gets bigger as I go up. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be working on. I'm not saying I'm about to just start doing hella small braids, but definitely something that I want to work on so I can achieve a smaller set of knotless. So yeah, let me know if you guys would consider these small or not. They're definitely way smaller than I do my medium because I did 3 rows in the back and 7 rows at the top. So yeah, here I'm showing you guys how I am feeding this human hair in. So I'm gonna feed in the blunt end of it, and I'm gonna feed in about 1 inch of the hair so that it doesn't slip out of the braid. And I'm just gonna add that to one side and continue to braid down. And I'm doing slightly small pieces just because I did want a full look for this, but not anything too crazy. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna look with the body wave texture, so I'm kind of keeping it a little bit subtle. So for these back couple braids, I'm gonna be putting 2 to 3 pieces in each braid. I also decided to alternate rows with the curly hair. So one row will be curly hair in every braid, and then the next row will be no curly hair at all. And like I said, it was just to control the balance of the hair that I used in the braid because like I said, I had never did body wave before. And so I was going for like a soft body wave, soft girl type of look. So I'm really excited for you guys to see how that turned out. Now, if you've braided your pieces in properly, you should be able to tuck on it and it should not come out. The great thing about buying bulk human hair, guys, is that it does not slip out of a braid. Sometimes when you buy hair and you cut it off of a weft, it tends to slip out easier, and I'm not really sure why that is, but that has been my experience. So I love to buy bulk human hair. As always, all of the products that I'm going to be used are going to be listed in the description section. Ywigs information and the link to this exact hair that I'm using will be at the top of the description section, and I'll also pin it at the top of the comment section for you guys as well. Now, my client Soleil is a hot girl, y'all. She wanted her braids to be literally to her knees, and I was like, I can compromise with you and do mid-thigh, but baby, knees is crazy. So you guys know I had to bring in an assistant. Not only that, they were long and small, it's just the fact that I'm pregnant too. I needed an assistant. So if you guys notice, I'm leaving the ends unbraided. My assistant does come in and braid down for me. It's not very often that I braid by myself alone anymore, and the pregnancy just makes it worse. But we are doing these pretty long, so I am using the long Expressions braiding hair, and I'm extending it just a little bit. I believe it's like 54 inches, and I'm extending it so that it reaches down to her ankles. But this is how it's turning out so far. I love how subtle that curly hair is. And it's just looking bomb. So I'm going to show you guys how I parted off the top. I always go ear to ear, and then I part off that front. This is more of like an advanced braider's pre-part because I'm not connecting it around just yet. I'm actually just going to do that as I go. But you guys can see I did a total of 7 rows at the top, and so I'm going to just copy or mimic this graph on the other side, and I'm going to let you guys watch me do that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and remember this is a pre-part, so it's just a rough draft, but you want to make sure that you're looking at the back section and making sure that it matches up, and that's how you're going to make sure that all your parts are even. So I'm going to do the same thing. I always make sure when I do these parts I'm standing directly behind my client. That will ensure that the part is going straight back versus standing to the side. Sometimes your parts can become slanted. So I'm always standing directly behind my client when I'm making these parts, and then as I'm going around I'll definitely check those parts because like I said, it is a rough draft, so sometimes a part can be a little too thick or a little too skinny, and I can adjust that as I go. If you are a beginner braider, I would definitely suggest doing this and then also doing your connecting rows in that midsection. That's just going to help to make sure that all of your parts line up. But if you are an advanced braider, then you guys can see that you can just add it around as you go. For me, I feel like that saves time versus me doing a full pre-part. So y'all can see how my grid is turning out. I actually really love the way that the parts turned out for this style. Like I said, I would just have to figure out how to get them smaller, but my problem is when I'm trying to brick lay, I don't know, the parts just seem to get bigger as I get to the top. So like I said, definitely something that I will be working on for the future, but I am still really satisfied with how this works out. So this is a row where I'm not adding any curly hair in there, so you guys can see I'm just going to be braiding straight down the length, and you guys can see the curly pieces peeking through. So a couple of things that I love about Ywigs is that number one, the shipping is really fast. You get the hair usually within the same week, or at least I did, and that's not like with me doing promo for them. That's with me ordering on my own. I've made orders through them in the past on my own just because I love this hair and my clients love the hair as well too. So this is typically the hair that I've been using for my boho braids. And also you guys want to see that, you guys can see in this braid that I did add some thicker pieces towards the top because I did want that hair to show just a little bit more. So depending on how big or how thin of a piece you use will determine how much hair that you use from the company. But like I said, I used about 1.5 bundles. This hair, guys, goes a long way, and it's quality hair, so your clients will literally love you. The only thing I forgot to show in this video was how I'm prepping my human hair. So in this next clip, you guys will see me pick up some of it off the tray. Basically, I just take little pieces and I pull it apart from the bundle. I put a little bit of product at the top of the piece because that will make it easier for me to feed that hair in, and it will allow me to lay it on the tray easier without it touching other pieces. And I basically just feed them in as I go. Super easy. Like I said, this hair is 20 inches, so it's the perfect length for anyone who wants longer braids. They also have different lengths, like 18 as well, and I believe that they have a longer length than 22, maybe 22 and 26. So make sure you guys go ahead and check their site out. So when we dipped, we only focused on the ends and we went up as high as we could. I did not dip the human hair, and I always try not to. Even if it is dippable, I don't like to dip it in the hot water, and especially for this one, I just really like the fluffy look of the body wave without it being super wet. So I didn't dip it in the water, and I also didn't like put a super big amount of mousse on it because I wanted it to be like a soft girl fluffy type look, and the mousse definitely would define that body wave a little bit more than we wanted. So yes, like I said, we didn't really wet it down or put too much mousse on it or anything. It's basically in its natural texture. I do love for my assistants to dip hair. Just a couple things that I let them do, and while she's taking care of that, I did go in and do Soleil's edges. And y'all, I was struggling doing her edges because I did not have an edge brush, so I was trying to do everything with my magic blue comb. So this wasn't my best job on edges, y'all, but they still turned out super fire, and I'm so excited for you guys to see how this turned out. You guys know For edge control, I'm using the Dope collection. Like I said, everything will be listed in the description section for you guys. But drop red hearts if you got this far and you're excited to see the finished look, because it's coming up soon. So before dipping the braids, we did pin all those curls up. So I'm just going to take a little mousse and put it in my hand, and I'm going to kind of just detangle those curls that we clipped upward. This is just going to allow for a full look from top to bottom. And I didn't want to put a lot of mousse because, like I said, I didn't want those curls to be too defined. We were definitely going for a soft girl fluffy look. So just using a little bit of mousse to detangle. And y'all see my client checking her stuff out. She like, hold on, I want to see what this look like, y'all. This style took us 7 hours to do. I did take an hour break because, like I said, I'm pregnant, y'all, and I gotta eat. But this is the finished look, guys. They are literally so fire. This would be a small size for me, guys. I'm working to get to a point where I can do some micro knotless, but y'all, these turned out so bomb. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below if you guys will rock this, and if you guys have tried Ywigs Hair, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys liked it. And like I said, if you haven't, this is your sign to try it, y'all. As always, thank you guys so much for rocking with me and for tuning into my video. If you guys have any video requests, I'm filming a lot this month, so make sure you guys drop your requests in the comment section down below for me. And as always, guys, I will catch you guys in my next video. What you mean you don't know Panna? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?